Strumming my pen with his finger, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly. What have you got to say, Lotta? Welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Am I the only one who thought that there was like more to that song? That's like, that first part of the song is kind of all I know. And I don't know why. But I also don't know what we're doing here. So what did she look like? I don't know. Can I click through? Okay.
You know, she looked almost like a different person.
Okay. What? Oh, spacebar doesn't do it.
A different person?
She may have seemed like a different person. However, she was still Maya Fey. We have already made that point abundantly clear.
Yes, that is true. Well then, Miss Hart, did you happen to see anything else?
You were kind of scared of the dead body, so you didn't take a good look at it. Okay, I want to press you on that too. Then perhaps that body was not Dr. Gray's at all.
Eh? Well, I reckon that's possible.
Objection! If the body inside that room was not that of Dr. Gray, then whose body was it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Well, what if it was that of Maya Fey after the channeling? Or maybe... Ow! Foolish fool spouting foolish foolishness, just as I expect of a foolish fool such as you. If that were the case, then that would mean that Maya Fey is, in fact, dead. True. And that would make the defendant's chair quite a lonely place, wouldn't it? Sorry, Maya.
Are y'all done here? Can I continue?
Yes, you may, Lotta. Ghosts and blood and stuff. Aren't you a paranormal investigator? And even knowing that, you still persist in becoming a paranormal photographer? That's what I'm saying.
That's why I'm getting out of this here business. And this gal's gonna get the dirt on the stars and be a tabloid photographer from now on.
She goes through jobs faster than a baby through diapers. Hey, she's a freeder. I learned that word through Danganronpa Mob. Mr. Phoenix Wright, would it kill you to stay on topic for a change?
Well, would it, Mr. Wright?
Nice tag teamed in stereo. Nice tag teamed in stereo. That's how it said. Guess I should be grateful it's not in 5.1. What's that? What's that? Is that like surround sound or something? Still managed to make your camera point at, okay. 2, right?
Two what?
2 shots. You took 2 shots.
But only one has been submitted as evidence.
Miss Hart, where is the other photo and picture, all right? Fixture you have been withholding. Murmur, there's another fixture? What's a fixture, like a light fixture?
No, you've got it all wrong. It's not me. I didn't mean to do anything bad. I know I can be a little mean, but I ain't evil.
Well, at least she knows herself.
Then why have you not shown this other picture to the court yet?
Well, ain't it obvious? That prosecutor woman told me to shut my trap about it.
What?
Von Karma! Remember Von Karma? Isn't that old guy?
Miss Von Karma, you're hiding critical evidence.
Unforgivable, Von Karma. Unforgivable. That's what they say, or however the song goes. Is that like from a musical or something? Like Singing in the Rain? I've never seen it. Suppressing evidence like this, you're as bad as your father. I have a choice to confront her or leave it to the judge. I want to confront her. I don't know why I would leave it to the judge. Your Honor, the defense asks that Prosecutor Von Karma be held in contempt of court.
Well,
Me in contempt of court? You can't be serious. But you hid evidence from the court on purpose. That's not fair. Phoenix, are you a lawyer or a school child? I was so angry I lost my composure.
Miss Von Karma, would you care to explain yourself to this court?
I thought this picture was not important and thus felt no need to submit it. That's all.
How could you think?
The pictures were more or less the same, so why bother with the second? I mean, it's just so much more trouble than it's worth for me to submit this as evidence.
More trouble than it's worth? How? How could you say that?
If you want to see it that badly, I'll submit it.
Okay. I do want to see it pretty badly.
That's not the same picture! Look, that's obviously Eeny Meeny's face on Maya. That's terrifying. I mean, whatever her name was, the sister who died. She looks surprised that she got like blood on herself. So I have a feeling that she wasn't the one who shot him.
But what is this picture?
It's obviously the second picture the witness took that day at the scene of the crime. Well, it's a little off-center, but that's what you get with a nervous amateur.
I think the important point here is the person in this picture. This is most definitely not Maya Fey.
Remember, that's not Maya Fey. That looks like Meeny Miney.
What is the meaning of this?
This might be the break I was looking for. Now, should I or should I not insist that the person in this picture is not Maya? I mean, it's not Maya. It's just actually not, though. So... Your Honor, as you can plainly see, the person in this picture is not Maya Fey.
Yes, I see that. It's not just her face. Her whole body has taken on a different appearance.
There is only one conclusion that can be drawn then. That somehow, this other person snuck in and traded places with the defendant. Murmur, traded places.
Order. Well, yes, I believe you are correct, Mr. Wright. The person who is inside the channeling chamber was not Maya Fey.
Mia, we did it! You're too soft. Huh? You're softer than Aunt Morgan's strawberry desserts, Phoenix. What kind of analogy? What kind of simile? What kind of... What's the word I'm looking for? Comparison is that? Take a look at Prosecutor Von Karma's face. And that little waggling finger of hers. She's smiling? I think you had better continue to worry, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Miss Von Karma? What do you mean by that?
Your Honor, I would like for you to take a look at this picture. Uh-huh. This was taken yesterday at the detention center's visitor room. Von Karma. This is Mr. Phoenix Wright and the defendant, Maya Fey, during his visit.
Maya Fey? But isn't this a totally different person?
She looks this way because she is obviously in the middle of channeling a spirit. Yeah, I know, but it's not her.
It's unbelievable that she can...
Yet it is the truth. When Maya Fey is in that state, she physically changes into the person she's calling. Yes? Miss Von Karma, a word if I may.
Mia!
Taking pictures of someone during a private visit is illegal. Surely you must know that the picture cannot be submitted as evidence. Obviously, I know this picture is illegal. But I never intended to submit it as evidence in the first place.
What is she?
From the moment I showed this picture to the court, this case became all mine. After all, this image has now been forever burned into the judge's mind. I don't have even a single witty line. It looks like we've been had.
I don't claim to understand this, and I still cannot believe it, but... Are you saying that this person is the defendant, Maya Fey?
If I give up here, the trial will end. But if I slip up and say something wrong, it will cost me. Is there any way I can prove that the person in this picture is not Maya Fey? I can prove it. Slam! Your Honor!
Oh, the fire has returned to your eyes, I see.
This picture. Within this picture lies a critical contradiction to all the testimony up until now.
A contradiction.
So, you think you've spotted a problem with this picture? Then earn your keep. Why don't you point out exactly what is so strange about this picture?
Her face? Her eyes, the way that they're looking down, surprisingly. Please direct your attention here. To her face? With your own 2 eyes, you can clearly see that this face does not belong to Maya Fey.
Objection! Fool! Do you even know what you're talking about anymore?
Ah! That hurt!
Didn't we just finish discussing that our appearance changes during the channeling?
I know you ain't no dummy, so don't think you're fooling no one here.
There's a limit to everything, Miss Wright, and that includes patience.
Okay. Phoenix, you have to think before you speak. You get...
Maya? Nick? Why is it skipping? Why is it skipping? I couldn't read any of that. It sounded like Maya just talked to me.
I didn't read that. It skipped on its own. What did Maya say?
Even Maya's mad at me now. I have to focus.
So, you think you've spotted a problem with this picture?
Yes. This man's not wearing any shoes.
The gun, the blood. What's this mark? Is this anything? Can I save here? No. I'm gonna die. I mean, the blood. I don't know.
The contradiction lies here. You don't sound very sure of yourself, Mr. Wright.
Excuse me, but can you really tell me how much confidence I have in this? What is with that attitude?
Ah! That hurt!
Okay, it's skipping again, and here we go, here we go. I'm gonna see what Maya says. You have to think before you speak. You can't just play.
Nick, you're supposed to be helping me!
Ha! Okay. I'm trying. Is it, I don't know. Is it her Madagala? Magatama? Majatala? Malachama? Is her gun? I don't know. Is it her gun?
The contradiction lies here.
Okay.
So I died.
That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. This court finds the defendant, Maya Fey, guilty. Okay. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This course is adjourned.
Sorry, Maya. Okay. Alright, so they got mad at me last time that I said that it is not Maya. I'm gonna drop the issue. What happens then,
It's no good. We've been through this so many times. This is not like you, Mr. Wright. Why are you not objecting? The person in this photo is clearly not the defendant, and yet...
There's no way he can raise an objection and hope to live.
Explain yourself.
Your Honor, I would like for you to take a look at this picture. Alright, so she presents it anyway. That's illegal. Okay, I'm gonna try a bit more at proving that it's not her with the picture, but I don't really know where else to click. A critical contradiction to all the testimony up until now. Okay. So, what's so strange in this picture for the court? So not necessarily why it's not Maya, but there's not a lot else. What about this weird little spot here? I'll present that.
Here. Excuse me, I know.
The Majatama. Contradiction lies here. Okay. What about this guy? The contradiction lies here.
What am I supposed to do?
Just look at where she's looking, bro. Like, can I click on her eyes? What is she looking at? She's surprised by something. Direct your attention here to her face. No, with her eyes. Okay. I'm just going to assume that that means that there's nothing wrong with this picture yet that they want to accept. So I can't prove anything.
It's no good. My argument doesn't hold any water. I see the defense is staying silent on this one.
Yes, Your Honor. And to think, I even gave you this chance to prove your point for free. But you couldn't even point yourself out in a lineup.
Yes. What she said. Well then, I believe we have reached a conclusion.
Phoenix? Yes? You can't give up. Please, for me. Take a look at the court record again and try to find some way out of this jam.
I'll give it another shot.
I'll give it another shot in this jam. This space jam. I'll shoot another shot at the basket in this space jam. Hi, I'm Looney Tunes. Wasn't that... who's the guy in it? Isn't it like Michael Jordan or something? I don't think I've ever seen that movie. The judge is about to close the trial. You can't let that happen.
It's come down to this.
Your Honor! Within this picture lies a critical contradiction. Please let me explain! So, you think you've spotted a problem with this picture? Then earn your keep. Oh, so there is a problem with this picture. There's a problem with this picture? Okay, let me find it. The plant! The contradiction lies here. I don't know where it lies! What do you want from me? I can prove it. I know that there's a problem with this picture now. But where? What do you want? I don't know. That's not Maya's, there's a candle, like we can't see anything. How about this blood spot? That's not where she's looking, but okay. With her dress, with her outfit, down here where her eyes are looking. What are we looking for here? I'm trying to look at her other picture and see if I can find anything different. She has a top knot. She has her strands of hair, but I don't see the magitama or any of her beads. Her gun is in the correct hand. It's just her face is completely different, and well, I can't see the top of her head. What am I looking for? She looks shocked. Like, I don't see why. I don't see why she looks shocked. That doesn't make sense to me, but when I click on her face, they don't accept why that's wrong. Her nose. Please direct your attention here to her face. I do know what I'm talking about. Yes. You know I'm no dummy. Right. That's the only one that he says anything different for. What do you want from me, game? Her lips. This face does not belong to Maya. I know. I don't want to look it up, but I have to look it up. Hold on. Oh. Oh. The bullet hole is missing from the sleeve. Okay. I don't know why I couldn't. How long have I been here? Holy. I don't even know. Alright, yes.
To the sleeve? But there isn't anything odd about it.
Okay. And that is exactly what is so odd. Something that should be there is suddenly missing. Should be there. Ah! There was a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. If that's the case, then it should be in this picture as well. Yes. Gosh, it's been, I was stuck on that for so long.
Miss Von Karma, you intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence. You will most certainly be assigned a penalty for this.
All right, this should do some major damage to her argument. Don't celebrate yet. You like to bring down the mood, don't you? Take a look at Miss Von Karma's face. Stop doing that! Ah, she's got that condescending grin plastered all over her face again. Why are you bowing? Jumping the gun again, I see, Your Honor. I would like to extend an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools.
Well, what do you mean? And what incompetent fools?
If those fools down at the precinct hadn't missed the bullet hole, I would have gotten a report about it. As I didn't, I could not have known that this picture was of any value to the case.
I see.
She's lying through her teeth, I know it. That woman knew everything. The bullet hole, the picture, everything. But you can't prove that. Then Franziska von Karma's idea of a perfect case is quite fascinating, don't you think? Your Honor, you need not worry. If you must assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure that the detective gets what's coming. I'm sure there will be a great gnashing of teeth at his next salary discussion. Or a gumshoe.
In any case, this is a very big problem. When the defendant was taken into custody, her costume had a bullet hole in its sleeve. However, from this photo, it would appear that right after the shooting, there was none.
The judge is confused by this strange twist of events. This is your chance, Phoenix. Load all you've got into this one shot, all right? You've only got one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow.
Yes, got it. This opportunity only comes once in a lifetime, yo. Watch this, Maya.
Your Honor! There is only one logical explanation for the contradiction. The shooter is someone else. The defendant's sleeve had a bullet hole in it. However, this person's clearly does not. There can only be one explanation. The person who shot Dr. Gray was not the defendant, but a different person altogether. What? I mean, yeah.
Order, order, order. If order is not restored, I will suspend this trial. Ow! Ah!
Why me?
The defense's argument is a complete mess. A complete mess? I fail to see how. Please enlighten us. Hey, witness!
Ah! What the heck? Is that any way to ask a gal a favor?
Be quiet, you. You were the one who said it was only the two of them when you entered the room.
Well, you know.
If you are lying, I swear that my whip will be the last thing you see.
Look, sis, you're looking at mighty scary, so why don't we say you... Wah! I swear, I wasn't lying or nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there, honest.
You see? Now riddle me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Where did the defendant vanish to? And where did this other woman appear from? Why is it lately all I want to do is cry?
Well, if the person in this picture is not the defendant, then this poses two very big questions. First, where did the defendant vanish to? And second, where did this person come from?
That's right. Now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Come on, you can't fall apart here, Phoenix Wright. I can't believe that even Mia's calling me by my full name. I know, that was weird. But, I mean, how am I supposed to prove something like this? Had enough yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Or do you think you have enough in you to turn things around even now? To turn things around? I have to turn the screen around! That's right, Mia would always turn things around and change her perspective. Phoenix? So, where did this intruder appear from, and where did Maya disappear to? Where did you come from, Cotton-Eyed Joe? I need to look at this situation from a different angle. Let's see. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? And what if Maya had left that room somehow? If I could prove that either one of these contradictions were true.
Mr. Wright, let's hear what you have come up with.
I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber is... I mean, honestly, it's something I can't explain yet. There's some kind of trap room. There's some kind of hidden area in the room that we don't know about yet, right? It's like either behind the folding screen, or maybe there's a trick in the flooring itself, because Maya had a dream, which she can't have when she's having a channeling session, right? That she was stuck underground, that she was like buried alive. What if the floor opened up underneath her, and then out from behind the folding screen walks Mimi, or whatever. Mimi, that's her name? Dressed up as Maya, trying to pretend like she is channeling her sister, Mimi, or something like that, right? What if that's the case? I just don't know how to prove that yet. I think both of these are kind of true. A third person didn't enter it before we forced our way into the channeling chamber, because they were already hiding in there, I think. Maya had technically not left the room, maybe? I don't know. Something I can't explain yet. I'm sorry, but I simply can't. You see? And the reason is quite simple, because there is no explanation, that's why.
As I thought, another big waste of this court's time.
Phoenix, you can't just give up like that.
But Mia!
Rethink things one more time. There has to be an explanation. I'm already perfect, so of course my conclusions are also perfect.
All right, Phoenix.
Calm down and let's try this one more time. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room, and what if Maya had left that room somehow? If I could prove that either one of those conditions were true.
Mr. Wright, let's see what you've come up with.
Okay. I mean, I think a third person was already in the room, and we're waiting behind the folding screen. Slam. Your Honor, I would like to present some evidence. I have proof that there was someone else in the room before the murder took place. No, don't worry. I have proof because of the layout of the crime scene. Because of the layout of the crime scene. You see, there's an area back here that I want to point out. So, please take a good look at this.
Okay.
I've already seen it. Thank you.
And what is the purpose of this item?
Don't you see, Your Honor? I don't think you actually see what you were doing.
I think it is the court that should be sighing at you, Mr. Wright.
Ouch, that stung. Do I present or think it over? Was somebody in the room or was Maya out of the room? Gosh. I think that maybe I'll think it over again. Hold on. The way I'm going about it is all wrong. I have to start over and try things about things in a different manner. Okay, what if Maya had left the room? Maya had left the channeling chamber at some point, and the defense can prove this. Oh, how a foolish fool makes a foolish face while dreaming foolish dreams. Okay, Maya Fey was being looked after by her Aunt Morgan Fey. The chances of her leaving the crime scene is lower than that detective's salary.
Anyway, let's see some evidence. Prove that from the murder until the time of the arrest, the defendant had left the room.
I mean, the kiddo had the key, so maybe this is the key to the whole case. Remember they were saying that? Miss Hart, do you remember this key?
Well, I've seen it. Hey, that's the channeling chamber key, right? Before the channeling started, Maya locked the door from the inside with that.
Oh, she locked the door from the inside? The defendant herself locked the door?
Yeah, and that's why we all couldn't get the door open. That key's the only one of its kind, after all.
Oh, one of a kind, you say?
Wait, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes, it looks like she's catching on. I'm afraid to ask, but why is that key currently in your possession?
Huh? What do you mean?
If Maya Fey locked herself in, then the key should have been with her.
Yes, agreed.
However, she did not have the key at the time of her arrest.
Well, ain't that a kick? So how come you're holding it?
I got this as a present from a certain little girl.
You were getting presents from little girls, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
And that little girl was nowhere near the crime scene at the time. It's true. That's preposterous. Slam. This means that Maya Fey must have left the room. If she had not, then I would not be holding this key you see before you. No! Yep, the key is the key to the case.
It seems we have come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, is this person the defendant or not? The defense is arguing that this person is not the defendant. Furthermore, as proof, this key has been submitted as evidence. Ms. Von Karma.
How can this be?
At this point in time, a verdict on the defendant's guilt is not possible.
My perfect case. How is there a flaw in my perfect case? Don't think you've won yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I am a prodigy. I have never lost a case, and I don't intend to lose here in this courtroom to a fool like you. I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict. Judge, can you stop her? Like, she's gonna start falsifying evidence now. She says she doesn't care what she has to do. Hello?
That's enough. If you would like to continue, do so in the lobby. Court will reconvene tomorrow at 10 a.m. That is all. Court is adjourned.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Wow! That was you, Pearly? You summoned my sis?
And I'll find out about how she summoned her sis next time on Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Guys, that was hard. I don't know why I kept missing her sleeve. I was like clicking literally every other piece of the photo. Oh my gosh. It's like hot in my room too. It's hot outside. It's hot in my car with the AC on and the windows down. Like, it's too hot to go outside. I need to turn my AC on. But that was cool. We finished the first part of the second trial of the second game. So, how cool is that? Pearly began her summoning. Pearly not began her, but she summoned Mia Fey. Maya had some kind of doppelganger in there with her. Probably eeny meeny. And then there's some kind of trick with the room. So we'll figure that all out next time. Be sure to subscribe so you can be sure to be there. I can't stop saying be sure to. Like, that's like part of my outro now, but I don't like it. Be certain to just like subscribe and like and ring the bell icon and comment and stuff like that. Hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Okay?
Peace out.